Hi, I'm Reba from the Mystery Box Show. Today we have a story for you unlike any other that we've shared on the Mystery Box Show. I'm going to let this story speak for itself and we're just going to dive right in. So please welcome into your ear and eye holes, Rain DeGrey.
As I laced up the sneakers worn and sweated in by hundreds of naked women before me, I could hear the crowd chanting my name. Rain, rain, rain. The sneakers were so I didn't accidentally break one of my toes because nobody wants a broken toe. I don't know. There might be some weird masochist that's into broken toes, but that's not my thing. I was about to do naked wrestling in front of a crowd of 60 complete strangers for a live kink.com show. Kink.com, for those of you who don't know, is the premier BDSM porn company. They had over 25 different sites and they specialize in kink and fetish. I grew up with relatively open-minded parents that didn't burden me with a lot of the guilt and shame that it can come around sexuality. So when I became an adult, I started exploring my raw and authentic, honest sexual self. And I found myself in a dungeon in San Francisco playing, and someone said to me, "Hey, Rain, you should put in an application and submit to work for kink.com." And I figured, why not? It wouldn't suck to get paid to do something I love and I'm doing for free anyway. So I put in an application to Kink, and to my great surprise, they hired me on the spot, which is how I ended up becoming an accidental porn star. I never meant to be a porn star. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a librarian. When I started working for Kink, I had worked for almost every single site they had, and they had electrical sites and fetish sites and impact play sites and bondage sites and rope sites. But there was one site that was different than all the others, and that site was called Ultimate Surrender. And it was competitive, erotic wrestling where at the end of the match, the winner would fuck the loser. And after working on almost every single site that Kink had to offer, the one site I had not worked for was Ultimate Surrender. And when talent approached me and said, "Hey, would you like to try Ultimate Surrender?" I have a motto. My motto is, I'd rather try something once and not like it than be on my deathbed and think of all the things I wish I'd had the courage to try and it was too late. So, bearing that motto in mind, I said, sure, I will take an Ultimate Surrender match. They paired me against someone named Amber Rain, and I have at least half a foot on her. I have a good 15 to 20 pounds on her, and I was confident. I was cocky. I'm like, I don't know how hard this is going to be, but I'm going to kick this chick's ass. This is going to be fine. And we go to do the match, and this tiny, scrappy little thing wipes the floor with me. The way that Ultimate Surrender is set up, if you can force someone to have an orgasm, you get an extra 100 points. I don't know if any of you have checked out my work. I come easily, I come quickly. Almost anything makes me come. It's really not hard to rip an orgasm out of me. And Amber started fingering me and she had me pinned and she made me come on the mat, which is incredibly humiliating. She gets 100 points on the board. She wins. And when you're wrestling and someone is pressed against you, their flesh against you, and you cannot get out, you have no choice in the matter. It's sweaty skin pressed against yours. And you can't get free. And she won. And she gets to strap on fuck me at the end of it. And if there's ever a time that you're not feeling sexy, you're sweaty, everything's dripping, someone just kicked your ass and now they're fucking you. It's the taste of defeat is like bitter ashes in your mouth. But this match awoken a fiercely competitive spirit in me. I had not grown up with sports, and I started doing wrestling, and I started taking it incredibly seriously. I got a trainer. I wrestled weekly. I became a collection of injuries. I had an injured rib. I was wrestling in knee braces. I was wrestling in wrist braces. Everything hurt, and it didn't matter because I was so incredibly competitive, and I loved the art of wrestling. After 4 years, my injuries had accumulated to the point that I had to be honest and realize I wasn't healing, and I was going to have to stop doing something that I loved and was incredibly passionate about. I got booked for a live Ultimate Surrender match. The live matches are different than regular Ultimate Surrender because they open up the set and they open it, the audience members come, a bunch of people watch, and you do the entire shoot live in front of a crowd of strangers. I got booked to fight someone she looked like a Bond villainess. She was over 6 feet tall, this blonde, intimidating Russian. She had 30 pounds on me, but it was her first match. And I got paired with my teammate, and we whispered some quick strategy and stepped onto the set. And Bond villainess didn't stand a chance. I had been training for 4 years for this moment. Her raw, untested strength meant nothing against the years of strategy I had spent accumulating. I got her in side chokes. I had her pinned down. I had her from behind. I cleaned her clock. Victory was sweet and delicious. At the end of 3 rounds, in which I won, the fourth and final round is the fucking round. And I took this Bond villainess whose ass I had just thoroughly kicked, put her on her hands and knees facing the audience, high-fived my teammate, and slid my victorious dick into her loser pussy, grabbed the back of her hair, made her face the audience as I fucked Victory into every inch of her. I hope wherever she is now, Amber Rain is proud. I loved every minute of wrestling. I ended up going out on top.
Thanks for watching. Tell us what you thought of Rain's story in the comments below. And if you'd like to support us, please find us at Patreon, patreon.com/mysteryboxshow. Subscribe to this YouTube channel and hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date on all of our upcoming live streams and confession corners. See you next time.